This video is the first one of me working on this plate that I've got, which is a commissioned order. And I'll just be working on this font, which itself is not something too new or crazy for me to show, but the pattern is something I haven't done before, so I'll have more videos showing that. But also, even on the font specifically, it's kind of a custom font because the plate that I'm doing here is actually just a reproduction of a plate that was already existed, had already been carved, and was lost in a house fire. And so the daughter of this couple asked me to recreate this for her parents. So all she had was a picture of the previous plate, and so I took that on my computer and basically traced that in software to create this pattern. And part of that was, I think the guy must have just hand drawn the text on previously, because it was kind of a different style of font that I hadn't seen before. It didn't look quite like anything, and there were some inconsistencies in the spacing and size and alignment and everything, so pretty sure that was just a custom hand-drawn part. And so when I recreated it, I did my best to keep the integrity of what he had, the look that he had, but I also cleaned it up a little bit to be a little more even in spacing, size, alignment, all that stuff. So I guess I kind of took the photo onto my computer, traced it in software to basically create a digital version of the text that he had, and then printed that off and applied it the same as I normally would, just with a kind of handcrafted text instead of actually typed out as would normally do. So he's got some kind of interesting serifs here, the parts that flare out at the end of the letters. Some of them are kind of curvy like this. This is kind of a straight line. Other ones are very angular and pointy like that. But that's one thing that I always appreciate about chip carving, is once you have the basics and understand the process and how the wood works and everything, it's all kind of the same process. And even though I've never seen or carved this before, and it's kind of a unique thing, all the principles and process still follows. So I can carve this with confidence, knowing how it's going to work and what I need to do, the different techniques. These are large serifs, normally for a typical traditional serif font like Times New Roman or something. I would often elect to carve all of the straight lines first, the main characters of the letter, or the main lines of the characters, and then come back and do the serif parts separately. But with these, the serifs are rather large and are more integrated into the lines, so I'm kind of, for the most part, doing those together. So this is one example here. I will do that, just do these two straight lines all the way across first. Gonna remove most of that and then come back as a separate part here to take out the triangular piece at the end. Alright, I'll do one more for the video here. The reason I was contacted to do this is the person who originally carved the wedding plate for her parents was her grandfather, but in his older age now he's pretty well lost the ability to do chip carving, so he was not able to reproduce the plate. So it's a cool thing to be able to participate with the family in that way and provide this meaningful keepsake and heirloom for them again. That's special and hard to find someone to be able to remake that, since chip carving is such an unusual hobby and craft. Alright, so I'll continue on, just carving the rest of this text as usual.